how do we know when we are in tune with God? Well, that's why you have the scriptures. That's why you have the ability to walk within righteousness and walk God's path. So the idea is, through the pastor or through the deacon of your church, through the bishops, you get the insight in order to start walking with God. And what we have here is these are specific trials that are hindering that walk. So of course the trial is going to focus on themselves, because it is their sins that they're holding on to that's going to prevent them from seeing God's will or walking with God. Yeah. And I guess that's specifically why the trials are so tailored to what scares them the most, the trauma they're holding on to, whether it's guilt. Seems like to be a lot of guilt in Yuffie's and possibly Barrett's. Maybe not so much guilt with Red's. Maybe Red's is like vengeance. Yeah. Hello everyone, and welcome to HD Philosophy Plays Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is episode 20. I'm not gonna lie, episode 19, that was a rough one. That red dragon, it took me forever to figure out the specific mechanic that one would need in order for him to stop that lava lake. But as I said before, this game gives and it takes. There are excellent highs and there are very low lows. And right after that dragon, we got an excellent experience where we had impediments to continuing the story that actually provided lore. And so I was just absolutely amazed. I love the way they're taking the character of Aerith. Oddly enough, though, I don't really see a lot of progress in Tifa. Although we did get that element of Tifa being able to kind of relive her memories, which is a really cool thing, But so far, every time I've started these videos, I've kind of gone back to how philosophy has helped my relationships. And I know I talked about the discussion with my father. I know I just talked about the discussion I had with my daughter, and there's only one left, so I figured I'd take some time to share with you folks that discussion with my wife. My wife and I were watching this podcast where there were some conservatives, traditional conservatives that believe in following the Bible, and they were talking about submission. They were saying that in the Bible, it specifically states the wife needs to submit to the husband. And she and I kind of looked at that like that's such an odd word, Again, I'm just starting my journey into biblical ethics. The majority of my tenure in philosophy has really been Eastern literature, Greek philosophy, ethics, obviously. World religions, but on a smaller sense of like all of the religions, So a lot of it was just Eastern philosophy, Greek philosophy, because I love Plato and I love the writings of Socrates. I'm sorry, not the writings of Socrates. I love the writings of Plato and I love Aristotle and I love Plotinus. So I'm kind of beginning my journey into the biblical side, into the biblical exposition, not just because I ran into a roadblock in ethics, but because it just seems to make the most sense. Anyway, so we were watching this, and she and I were looking at that, and I was confused because I was like, well, there are often times where, first of all, I am fallible. I am not infallible. I make mistakes all the time, and I can't imagine the decisions we would have made if I was just the one making all of the decisions. Now, of course, if I'm making a decision on where to go eat or something like that, my wife is terrible at making those decisions right there. But what to do about the kids, ideas on futures, paths that we're going to take, vacations we're going to go on. These are all things where the dialogue between she and I is what inevitably produces the truth on how to move forward. So I can't imagine just a pure submission on that side. But in reading the biblical ethics, I learned that the relationship between a husband and wife, the marriage, that marriage component, is a hint or I would say more so, a first-hand experience of the relationship between God and his people. This is what specifically Jones says in his book, Biblical Ethics. He says the relationship a man and a woman have together in marriage is akin to the relationship God has with his people. And therefore, the submission of the wife to the husband is akin to the submission of the people to God. And obviously that submission entails that we believe that no matter what happens, God has our best interests at heart. And that allows us to see meaning in what we're doing forward because, as I said before, borrowing the metaphor from St. Thomas Aquinas, it's the person who, the arrow that's flying in the air, it depends on where the archer was aiming that particular arrow. And if it's God, you could trust in the fact that the direction you're heading is going to be a good direction because you were flown through the air by a benevolent being. So that being is what propelled you forward. And in marriage, I'm guessing it's supposed to follow the same track, that the decisions that are being made are the best decisions with the family as the forefront of thought, and the fact that the father figure is one who is doing what is best for the family in that regard. So that was kind of the way, we made sense of it. And I wouldn't say that's like it's helped our relationship, but it helped us understand what they mean in that instance. Now, as far as philosophy goes, one thing that's incredible about philosophy was Robert Nozick. Robert Nozick's definition of marriage and what it means to get into a relationship. That's the thing that helped me and my wife very early on and throughout our marriage. Because the way Robert Nozick talks about it, he's like, something's really interesting that happens in marriage. Before marriage, your whole life is about the autonomous I. I get to make my decisions. I can decide to jump into my truck and go camping on the other side of the island with a cold pack of beer, a small little amount of poo-poos, or what they call food. Poo-poos are like snacks in Hawaii, but little bit of snacks for food, a case full of beer, and like a blanket I would use to sleep on the beach. But those are decisions I can make from the autonomous I when I'm single. When I enter in a relationship and I commit myself to that relationship, I am no longer the autonomous I. For Robert Nozick, he defines it, love is becoming the we. As in, you are now a conjoined being. You're no longer making decisions purely from the I. They need to be decisions based on the we. And that definition of love really stuck with me because it's the one that made the most sense. And as she and I entered our relationship, I started understanding more and more what that we means. You give up the singular I for the we. And in the giving up of the I, that short-term possessive I, you now give yourself towards a we that I would argue extends over time, because now you're entering into a union that could produce family and produce children. And in that union, now you're extending what you would identify with into a longer strand, because you two as a union of marriage is almost like an everlasting thing. It'll last from the beginning to the end of your life. But the I is so absolutely singular that your I could change daily. What you wake up with and your focus and your motivations in the morning and what you decide to do could change on a whim, just on happenstance. I went in a singular day. I went from being a maintenance individual to selling cars based on the whim that I needed. Well, the selling cars paid a lot better, obviously, but I needed a vehicle. And during the sales process, me and the salesperson really hit it off. He introduced me to the manager. The manager and I really hit it off. And the next thing you know, I'm a salesperson. So who I was kind of changed like that in a singular day. But when you make a commitment to the we, the Robert Nozick we, well, now you're extending something even beyond that. Now you're giving yourself to something that could last an entire lifetime, and the fruits that come from that as well. So that's the way philosophy has helped me understand not only my relationship, but obviously my relationship with God too. So that's something I wanted to add, and maybe the final piece in the puzzle. But today was a very fascinating day as well, because obviously we just got back from church. So there was a lot discussed there that might be pertinent to the ending of this game, but we shall see. I never try to fit a square peg into a round hole. So, all right, levels look good. We continue. I'm expecting a tumultuous ending to this. All right. Still running the Yuffie because Tifa's just not it. Alright, here we are. I remember having the discussion about the Robert Nozick Wii when I was teaching middle school, and there was a particular student who was really apathetic, like she was barely around. She was barely around ever. But I overheard her talking to her boyfriend, like, you don't think about we, you only think about you. This is not a relationship. And I was like, well, I'm glad something I said got through. I mean, don't get me wrong, 98% of the students I deal with, most of them are hearing it. And I know that because they tell me, and I see the scores. But this particular one...
Maze. Remnants of battle.
I didn't think she was hearing
It's not
anything.
a temple. It's a fortress.
Ooh,
To
saw that.
defend against what, though? Fiends?
Worse. Humans. Humans feared and coveted the power of the ancients. And so they slaughtered them.
So, well, here's the thing. He just came... So this is Livestream Sephiroth. So this is Sephiroth who has correct information, supposedly, right? So he's saying the humans feared the Cetra. So the humans slaughter them because humans have a tendency to slaughter what they fear. That's a revision, right? Because I think in the original, the Cetra, the humans didn't slaughter the Cetra. That was a false tale by Genova to poison his mind. And then when he went into the live stream itself, that got changed. So this is interesting right here. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I have the lore wrong, you know?
Don't be afraid. It's not death. It's a homecoming. You'll see him soon enough.
See how he can just take over those guys, man. And be anywhere. Oh, now we're Aerith. That's my wife making noise in the background. This is her home too, so it doesn't bother me.
Sorry.
No, don't need to apologize. We are the we.
We are sorry.
We are sorry, and we are Venom. Couldn't help.
Sung!
Ancient.
You okay?
It's not me you should be worried about.
Just tell me.
Does it look bad?
This place. Is it the promised land?
Nope. Will she lie?
I'm sorry, but I don't think it is.
Of course. Figures.
Always did take my word for it. I never hated you, you know.
This pedestal's a key. One only an ancient can use.
Where are you going?
Got a report to make.
Oh, who's gonna live?
Aerith, I need you.
Very cold. See, don't you feel like we're doing exactly what Sephiroth wants us to do, everyone? It's like Pandora's box, almost, what we're opening up here.
What's it say?
Understanding the words, too.
O warrior, weary though thou art, inward must thou now turn.
Inward, huh?
Reflect on thy long and bloody path, and kindle life's fire anew. Forget not thine ire, for it shall remake thee.
Each of us has a path to take.
Rolling out the red carpet for us?
Sorta. We're each supposed to face some kind of trial.
Makes sense. Each of you has different fears, so...
I guess you get to sit this one out.
Cloud.
Typical.
I'll wait out here. But make it quick.
Well, no point delaying the inevitable.
Right.
This is so amazing.
See you on the other side.
Cause like this reminds me of the journey for the Holy Grail. So for the Holy Grail, nobody knew where to start. So you had Arthur. I don't even know if Arthur was alive at that time. I kind of vaguely remember the tale, but I don't know if Arthur was killed. Well, okay, just follow me. The Knights of the Round Table were tasked with finding the Holy Grail, but they didn't know where to start. So when they exited Camelot, a Camelot that had a border of like a very dense and dark forest, so it's like a scary forest, they all exited the kingdom. And they looked at the forest and they started their journey at the place that scared them the most. Jordan Peterson talks a lot about that. And I had to read it for myself to see exactly what was said. And that's why I'm like, was it Gawain who was saying it? Anyway. So they all started their journey and where they were scared the most. And it's like, well, that's what a trial is. You know, if it's a true trial, it tests you. And if it's going to test you, it's going to test your weaknesses, which is why the warrior needs to look within. They need to look within because they need to find out where I'm going to start my trial. I have to start my trial at the place that scares me the most. That's why I need to look within. As Socrates said, know thyself. Although I would say Carl Jung's quote, and I think I talked about this, I think in one of the first couple videos of Final Fantasy. It was, he who looks within enlightens, he who looks outside dreams. Now, the caveat is, in postmodernist thinking, focusing solely on yourself doesn't get you very far. But I think what the postmodernists are doing is they're focusing on the inside, but they're identifying with the want. That's what makes it different. When you look inside with a eye of purpose, or maybe an eye of the form being something long-lasting, a light bulb that shines on more. So looking within with an idea of reflecting on this gives me an idea of humankind. That may be the wisdom that Jung was talking about. Because remember, Jung is where we get the concept of the collective unconscious. Something I really believe they're using here in the live stream. So looking within gives you an insight into that collective unconscious. But specifically for here, I need to go where I am scared the most to venture. That's where change happens. That's where transcendence happens. That's where I become more than what I am. For me, one of the ways I would love to look within is I want to find out why I rage so hard at video games when I lose. You know, I understand the philosophy behind it. I understand that I did not code this, so I don't know the reasons, and I have to kind of give up my control in these games or the directions I would have taken, and I have to accept what's here. Fighting games is so good at that right there, because often I'll be like, why is this in the game? Well, I mean, I'm not the one who got to make the decision on whether this certain move is in the game or whether or not it's broken, you know? I just have to accept what it is and move on. This is something one of the great fighting game players, Ryan Hart, said. He was like, stop focusing so much on what you would do and accept what the fighting game has done, and you will level up as a fighting game player. And it's like, so I understand the idea, but where I lack is that pivot point. The pivot point that is necessary to turn idea into being, to change my character at a fundamental core when I know the issues, you see? And so it's like the looking within is where that pivot point occurs. Well, that's where I put my faith in the idea that the pivot point occurs. I haven't found I have either not found the weakness, or I haven't dig into the source of the weakness and slayed that particular dragon. But again, that's what they're saying here. That's the warrior's path right there. Look within, find your weaknesses, and take those out. So here we have exactly what I was saying in the first two videos. The know myself or look within. And each of them has their own journey right now, because each of them has their own specific dragon to slay, particular to them. To each their trial. Oh, so curious as to what this trial is going to look like for each one. Oh, he gets to run up the cliff, huh? I don't know if I was supposed to fight them or not. The laboratory where we first met him. Yup. This is good. This is good. So he fears going back to the cage, huh? Who wouldn't, right? Do anything he possibly can. But maybe the fear of the cage itself means that the cage never leaves him, you know? Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I forgot the desktop audio. Wow. Good thing I found it now, though. Could have been worse. I could have forgot it the whole time. He called him 13, though. You know, so it's not Red X, yeah. It is Red 13.
That's a good boy. Make sure he's strapped down tight. Such a fine red coat. A rare specimen for my lucky 13th test. That's it. Henceforth, you shall be Red 13. Shall we then?
So if he's the one that named him, every time we call him Red 13, it's an insult. He's Nanaki.
Hold still, my pet.
So some of their worst nightmares. Hers has got to be her father, right? Losing her father. This is awesome. This is the lore I've been asking for. Absolutely. On the water tower.
Cloud?
Interesting. Yeah, we all knew this was her worst day. Cloud's still there. And there goes Cloud.
Wait! Dad? No! Don't go that way!
Change the past, though. Come on. You're not going to do that. No matter how hard you try. And maybe science can find a way. I mean, mathematically. I remember doing a presentation on the theory of time travel. It's like time slows down in a vacuum. So the speed of light, it's like the speed of light slows down in a cold vacuum or something like that. So theoretically, if you made a machine that could travel back, you'd be able to travel back. Robert Malley? We're talking about something that was over 25 years ago. It's like my undergrad from my associates. That's where I did that.
Dad! Monsters. Sephiroth. Soldiers.
I hate them all.
Mako. Shinra. I'm sick of this.
There's his sword. So that's her fear. Yuffie's. Well, we'll see. So really, the one that we played, where she lost that guy, that was the worst thing that's happened to her? I mean, I guess they would have given us something from her childhood, right?
Not scary at all.
Man, I remember this. So what, are we going down or up? I'm gonna guess up.
Claws are my boss, at least while we're in Shinra territory.
Sonon?
There we go. So, I forgot his name. It was like...
Boss, want to try treading a little lighter this time? No point fighting if we don't have to.
there wasn't even a hint as to what his name was.
I don't think we'll be back here anytime soon, so make sure you're ready for anything, okay?
I ran too far.
Luffy, you gotta keep going. For us.
Oh, wrong way.
You got this.
Yeah.
Boss!
Sonon?
For those who haven't played it, I'd recommend it. It was pretty good. Yeah. That was a fun boss battle.
If you won't come and claim him, I can always keep him for myself.
Where you fear the most, right? And it's like there's a reason why a trial would need to include that. It's like nobody thinks a trial is not going to have something to do with you personally, or you're going to have to overcome something within yourself. Like nobody legitimately thinks that right there. It is always going to be like a personal hurdle you're going to have to overcome on your journey to excellence. Talk about an objective. Talk about an objective fact. It's like how many learning language models need to intersect before we're like, this seems to be an objective fact. I guess that's what John Searle would call the magic that happens in collective intent.
Thanks for looking out, Barrett. Everything's gotten so much easier. Thanks. Don't work too hard, Barrett. This place is...
Bet you're aching for a nice hot shower. Myrna's been waiting for you.
Oh, there you are. What's wrong, baby? You okay?
Yeah, that would have to be tough.
What's gotten into you? All right, let's get you inside. Someone's clearly had a long day.
Okay. Myrna? Myrna!
Not long enough.
Myrna!
And we don't get to decide the terms.
Myrna!
It's almost like we're not ready to be welcomed into the life stream, and it's like we're still holding on to past sins. So that specifically with this trial, that's right, because specifically what this trial indicates is the things that are holding you back from moving on in the temple itself, right? So you got to imagine that the live stream seems to be very accepting of Aerith, in that Aerith can kind of commune with it. But as for everyone else, no, it's like you have too much blood on your hands. That's kind of what they hinted at, right? When they were talking about the warrior right before this. It's like we need to wash ourselves, we need to clean ourselves. And that's so fascinating because today we were literally talking about the Holy Spirit and what is intended for the Holy Spirit to reach you so that way you can walk the path with the Lord. And it was like the discussion they were having, it was like Timothy 2, which was 3:16. It's like the second book of Timothy or something like that. I guess there's 2. I remember the 2 came before Timothy, and it was 3:16, and it was talking about Scripture allows you to understand how to walk the path of righteousness. And then there was another quote that had to do with the Holy Spirit. Anyway, the discussion today, the pastor was talking about the Israelites and how the Israelites at this time, this is Numbers, so this is after they were doing nothing but bitching and complaining in the desert. They made camp, and then there was a cloud over them, and if the cloud stopped, that's where they would make camp, and they would stay there until the cloud moved on, and then they would move on and kind of follow the cloud. So what was interesting about that, following the cloud, so what's interesting is they were in tune with what God wanted. They were in tune with God's will. So they were able to see what they needed to do and move in accordance with it. And of course, this is like later on in Numbers, where they already had been bitching in Exodus and bitching in Deuteronomy. Well, maybe they weren't bitching as much in Deuteronomy, but I remember quite a bit of bitching in Exodus. But see, in Numbers, they were in tune. So the pastor was talking about, well, so here's the thing. How do we know when we are in tune with God? Well, that's why you have the scriptures. That's why you have the ability to walk within righteousness and walk God's path. So the idea is, through the pastor or through the deacon of your church, through the bishops, you get the insight in order to start walking with God. And what we have here is these are specific trials that are hindering that walk. So of course the trial is going to focus on themselves, because it is their sins that they're holding on to that's going to prevent them from seeing God's will or walking with God. Yeah. And I guess that's specifically why the trials are so tailored to what scares them the most, the trauma they're holding on to, whether it's guilt. Seems like to be a lot of guilt in Yuffie's and possibly Barrett's. Maybe not so much guilt with Red's. Maybe Red's is like vengeance. Yeah? Because, that is one of the sins, right? Wrath. I don't know which way. So Jordan Peterson says wrath, but I've always heard it as wrath. But obviously, we've got Red following that hate, while Yuffie's was clearly like fear. And then maybe we'll see what what Barrett's is. Maybe they're actually going with cardinal sins. That'd be pretty cool, right? But yeah, that's why the trial focuses on you, because the sins you're holding on to are blocking your ability to be in line with the Lord. And this is so fascinating. After we met, I was driving with my family because she had the pastor at the local church. It is a she. It's the Protestant church. The pastor was talking about Exodus and how Moses asked Pharaoh to free the people, and Moses said no. Now, she was talking about that specifically with the plight of the Israelites. But when she said that, it reminded me of what my deacon had talked to me about, and something that always confused me. Why did God harden Pharaoh's heart? You know, Moses goes to him many times. I don't know exactly how many. But Moses goes to him many times and says, is this enough? Is this plague enough? Let my people go, you know? And God hardens Pharaoh's heart. And I was like, man, I don't understand why God is hardening his heart, you know? Why is it God that is impeding this vision? And as I was talking to my wife while we were driving to where we would eat breakfast, and given the insight we learned today, I was like, I have an idea. I have a theory. In philosophy, the morally right thing, there are tiers to the morally right thing. Habituous, virtuous action is usually considered near the top, because it's coming from a habitual nature, what the pastor called the Holy Spirit, but in philosophy we call it the intuition to the ethical mode. In Confucianism, it's the bridge. So, in philosophy, if I was to, for example, see a girl fall off a bridge and hit the lake, and I just bought a new pair of shoes, and I sit there and I contemplate whether I should jump in and save that girl because I have a new pair of shoes, that would be considered less moral than somebody who sees it, has expensive shoes, and jumps in immediately because it's the right thing to do. My rational reflection in the moment actually seems to knock me down as far as like the tiers of moral action. Habitual virtuous action being, of course, near the top. Now, the idea is, and I'm going to borrow from Confucianism here in order to make this point. With Confucianism, the more virtuous decisions you make, the more of a virtuous or ethical scholar you become. So the more you learn about virtue and the more you act upon virtue, the more your decisions will branch out to other novel ideas. So when a new scenario pops up, if you have been a virtuous person through virtuous action for the majority of your life, you'll understand the bridge. You'll understand what to do when you see a specific conflict happen. So the more you act, the more your intuition guides you in the correct direction. That's the bridge I'm talking about, all right? So the more you are in line with God, the more the Holy Spirit comes and speaks to you, and the better or quicker you can act given the novelty of the situation. Even the difficulty in the situation, you will see the right path. That's also why a lot of a virtuous action is considered with the third eye, the ability to actually see the right path. You know? So stick with me here. The more you are in line with the righteousness of the scripture, the easier it is for the Holy Spirit to find you, and you'll find the right way to act because you will have the relationship with God you need to walk with him. That's what the pastor was talking about. That's the argument the pastor made. So why did Pharaoh's heart harden? Because on the reverse side, if you don't walk with God, if you sin quite a bit, you are blocked off from walking with God. You don't have that relationship. So God hardens the heart of people who do not follow him. You will be more with sin until you find the righteousness in the scripture, until you find the relationship you need to walk with the Holy Spirit. So, just like God gives you insight by sending down his Holy Spirit to guide you, he also hardens your ability to understand that spirit and not have a relationship with him on the reverse side. Because he is a jealous God by his own decree, right? That's his jealousy right there. If you're not going to walk with him, if you don't want the relationship, then he will harden your heart to that relationship with them. Just a theory. I thought about it today. I thought about an answer to the question. I have no idea where it came from, if it was just my beautiful wife sitting next to me as we're trying to figure that part out, or something that the pastor said regarding this. And I know a lot of people are like, that's a female pastor. She shouldn't be there. And I'm sympathetic to the argument because I was born a Roman Catholic, but I never went to clergy. Obviously, I got baptized, and then I had the Holy Communion. So I did have to go to catechism, but man, I never went to church. I never had a relationship. I found God through an intellectual endeavor. I found God through actually looking for the right while trying to be the best person I could be. You know, I kind of found God that way. And now I'm trying to learn so much more because I'm noticing through the realm of academia, through the realm of studying, I can't get enough of reading about the Bible in the realm of ethics and metaphor and vision. You know, I can't get enough. I'm absolutely loving where I am right now in academia. So I don't know where it came from. It was definitely not a thought I understood. It was a question I've been trying to tackle for a very long time. So that's the essence of like the world informing me in this particular thing. It didn't come from me understanding the world. In this instance, I was humble enough to receive the information from the world itself, you know? But to bring it around, that's exactly what is happening here. This is the relationship that is required to walk in line with the life stream. I do believe that. They need to go through these trials in order to be rewarded with the sight and the vision to walk within the path of the life stream. Sometimes brute force is what is needed. I respect that.
Myrna! Wake up, baby. Wake up. Don't leave me. Not again.
What sucks is, like, even in this embrace, he can't embrace her the way he used to either. I can't even imagine what that would have been like, you know? Like, when I embrace my wife, how I can just engulf her, you know? And then losing an arm, not being able to engulf her. I can't even imagine what that would have felt like right there in that moment. Now, Aerith. This is going to be interesting. What is Aerith's greatest fear?
Stopping at Sector 4 Undercity.
When she was a
Sector
child.
4 Undercity.
No? When she was a child and lost her mom? Ifalna.
It's going to be okay. Okay? Mom?
butterfly, huh?
What if we went on an adventure? An adventure? A big one. To somewhere far, far away.
Wow.
Without the men in white and the needles? Would you get better there?
It's gotta be like the depiction of the Promised Land, right? The Garden of Eden? Returning to the Garden of Eden?
I think I would. And let's go.
That's her favorite flower right there next to her.
Mommy, does
Looks
it hurt?
exactly like her. Was she shot or something?
I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm spoiling our adventure. Just wait here, alright? I'm gonna find a doctor. Huh? Hello? Go on.
Heavy as the heart. The ending of that is that wears the crown, but it wasn't applicable to this. Who to ask for help? Well, these people are not paying attention.
My mom is sick. Can you help me? Please, I need help. Is there a doctor here?
Sorry, kid. Can't help you.
Can you help me?
Reminds me of Shigaraki. Like, nobody helped him.
My mom is sick. Can you help me? My mom is sick. Do you know a doctor? Can you help me?
Just ignore.
Man, stay down, brat.
How far are we from this kind of civilization right now? Everybody's so focused on their own individualism.
Are you okay?
Oh, Myra.
I'm fine. Is there a doctor around here?
I'm sorry, honey, but I don't know. I'm not from this part of town.
So she's not even a local or part of this place. She's an outsider as well. So she didn't even find help from somebody who lived in this sector. It took an outsider.
I have to go. I don't want to leave my mom alone too long.
Your mother?
I'm sorry, Mommy. I tried.
Having to come back to her mother as a failure. That's got to be a tough one.
Mom! Aerith. Mommy has to return to the planet. What? Don't cry, sweetie. I'll always be with you. Always and forever. But you can't go. You can't.
There she goes.
What about our adventure?
Miss, do you need help?
Please. Take Aerith somewhere safe.
So I'm not thinking the 7 deadly sins here.
Mom!
It's not safe here.
Mommy!
Hojo. And Shinra?
Hey, she's over here.
How did I not notice there was a clock before? Now, what do you do with this information? Living it with your new eyes. Are you able to find meaning in your suffering? That's a guess, by the way. In all of them but red, somebody died, though, right? It's like somebody returned to the life stream.
You know, if you think about it, life and death are just two sides of the same coin. Our bodies may disappear when we die, but our spirits still live on.
Socrates made
We
the same
return to
argument.
the planet, rejoin the life stream, and in time,
Except for
give
that part.
rise to new life.
In time, yeah.
I get it. I really do. Knowing that the people we love aren't really gone, it doesn't make it any easier to let them go. It still hurts. So we can't just think of it as a homecoming, because it's not that simple. We have all experienced pain. We all have our regrets. What we've done, what's been done to us, that's set in stone. The past is forever. But the future, even if it has been written, can be changed. It's true that the pain and the anger we carry can make us stronger. But at what cost? What toll does it take? I believe true strength doesn't come from any of that. True strength comes from our ability to forgive, to forge ahead in the hope of making things right. It comes from ourselves. So focus on the future, not the past. Do that, and not even Sephiroth will be able to stand in our way.
Yeah, make it mean
Not
something.
even him.
Think about what your life will be like outside of Auschwitz, is what Viktor Frankl did.
Are you finished?
Wow.
Clock's ticking. Come on.
He's so cold now.
I know.
But then, you know, you break bad, you kill, you pass that line. That's what happens to you. This Cloud is not the Cloud from the beginning of the story, you know? And that's the thing, man. So Socrates makes the argument in the Republic that there are certain actions that destroy your soul. He actually makes the argument of the tyrant soul, as in if you get whatever you want, then you'll just be like a slave to your desires. But also at the same note, I think he does hypothesize, especially when he talks about the Lycan King, how the king of Lycin, the king of the Lycins was trying to trick Zeus, and Zeus made him into a beast. I think there's a hypothesis there that there are certain actions that can destroy your soul. And I think this is what they play with in movies like Breaking Bad, Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, obviously, and then one of my favorites, The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. Because like The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe, the main individual kills another person, and on a chance encounter with police, he goes absolutely insane, thinking that they know. And of course, the police have no idea, but all their actions get painted with the oculus of investigation or suspicion based on that person's inner turmoil. See, and that's kind of what Aerith was alluding to here. It's like it comes from the inside. Stoics also say this as well, you know? There are things that you can control and there are things that you can't control. And the things that you do control, well, you can focus on those things. But the things you can't control, what you need to do is you need to focus on how you react to those things, you know? I was Epictetus. Anyway. So yeah, so what Plato was saying was, and this is what I kind of I tell to my students, there are certain actions that are like a point of no return. As you can imagine, if you make certain decisions that destroy you at a fundamental level, is there a choice? Well, let's put it this way: if there are decisions that can make you a slave to your desires, which clearly there are, you know. Are there certain decisions that there's no coming back? Is there a certain act that can be taken that destroys you at a fundamental level? I think about that movie, The Sound of Freedom. And there's a scene in The Sound of Freedom where the investigator has to watch the tapes for clues on these children that are getting SA'd, you know? And it's like he's watching it and there's tears rolling down his eyes. And when he asks his boss, he needs to do this in order to catch them, the boss goes, "Why?" And he's like, "'Cause I need to be put back together." You know? He had witnessed things that destroyed his soul. That's why he used that language. That's why he used the language of I need to be put back together. Like, I'm shattered right now. The person who I was, the person who I thought I was, is destroyed at a fundamental level. I need to put myself back together. You know? I have to imagine that there are certain actions that do that to you. Not imagine. I know there are certain actions that destroy you at a fundamental level. I'm not going to speak in generalities here. I absolutely believe this. It's like close to the ultimate sin or something. Something that destroys who you are. you know? And what we're seeing right now is Cloud is no longer the same person. He's a killer now, you know? And he is killing with no remorse. So his soul is being torn apart at a fundamental level. He's no longer the same individual, you know? So be careful. Be careful of what you decide to do, because one decision can destroy you at a fundamental level. Think of these people who are addicted to like heroin, you know? The choice to try heroin once destroyed them at a fundamental level, made them a slave to that desire, you know? And when you're acting from a desire, you are not acting freely. And now we have a Cloud who is Dostoevsky's Raskolnikov, you know? Just absolutely gone. That must be the direction we came from. Or not? I'm able to go into somebody's trial? I wonder why Cloud didn't get a trial, though. You know? I wonder. Is it because the trials that he thinks he has right now are not his own? Or is it because he's so destroyed at a fundamental level that he's not ready? God has hardened his heart. He's not ready to understand it. Oh, interesting.
I'm fine.
Oh, what fun you had. Tell me though, was it worth it?
That wasn't the one that took it down, though, right? Or I guess they're kind of implying it was. So now we get Cloud's flashback of the trial of Cloud. Yeah. This is his biggest regret when he...
All those lives cut short at your hand.
Pigs?
Is what you're feeling even real?
So I'm guessing it was Big's hand at the end? Must be, because they would have told us if it was Jesse by now. For some reason I thought it was Jesse. I wonder what it was that I saw at the end that made me think it was Jesse and not Biggs. Yeah. Man, I remember this fight. It was Reno, Rude.
Jesse.
Your friend died in your arms, and you didn't shed a tear. Why is that?
Good question. Why are you so cold? Why can't you feel?
Sephiroth.
Sorrow. Anger. Regret. Guilt. Nothing but empty words to you.
You psychopath.
For you are but a puppet. My puppet.
I'll kill you.
Good, Cloud. Very good. Fill your hollow heart with rage.
Because doing so will ensure you kill somebody very important to you.
Let it engulf you. Consume you.
Rage is like a fire. They got that.
Burn your world to the ground.
Not them, like the people who explain it. Like, absolutely. It's a fire that engulfs. It's like you can't even think straight.
I'm not like him. I'll never be like him.
You kind of like him now, buddy.
We know. It's okay.
No, you guys need to talk to him more than these it's okay kind of, it's okay who you are kind of thing.
Right.
Keep ignoring the chaos. Keep ignoring the chaos right there in their party. You know? It's like Mufasa and Scar all over again. The materia awaits. Ooh. Can I jump down? Let's not skip anything. The coders did really good work. Let's not just skip it. Need to make sure to come back for that. Yeah, I was about to say we haven't fought something in a while.
Right, let's see how this plays out. How you like this?
It's on you.
It's your turn. Here I go.
There we go. Need to get better at that.
I'm okay.
I got this. That'll do. It's on. Keep it together.
I'll take care of them. Okay. Why don't you lead the way? You won't regret this. With the power of his providence. Get him. How about you show
Hang
it?
back. Deal with that.
So it's my turn. One more shot.
Thought I dodged it in
I'm your
time.
one-stop sovereign shot.
Come on.
I've got this.
Ready or not, here it comes. Keep up the pressure, okay?
Leave it to me.
Put that in. Stay strong, okay?
He's at the border, so I can't hit him.
Tagging out.
And she's at the border, so she can't come back in.
How you like this? Here comes. Hey!
Take the lead.
I'll show you what I can do. Someone looks kind of shaky.
Come on.
We'll make it quick. One more shot. Get him. Hey, you ready? Ready to mess him up
Gotcha.
good?
They were stuck right out there. That was a lot harder than it needed to be because of that. Oh. guess just because, right? Top them off. Now back to the circle corridor. Who hasn't gotten a weapon in a while? Man, I don't think I've been upping her other one. No, I'm supposed to be doing Shooting Star. Haven't done that in a while. Wow, attack up at that. Wow, that's a lot. 67, 64 to... Eesh. That's pretty cool, though. So, start using Shooting Star more. I also need to make sure I use the commands. Okay, yeah, definitely a side mission.
Deal with that.
You can do it. I'm your one-stop clobbering shop. Good to go?
Take the lead.
I'll take care of him.
Want some more?
Who's up for some now? It's your turn. Here I go. You good?
Ready.
Here goes.
Bodyguard.
Together? Hanging out. You won't regret this. How you like this, huh? Here I go. Do me proud.
Let's do this.
How you like this?
Brace yourself. Keep it together.
I'll show you what I can do. That'll do. That's it. It's your turn now. You picked the right girl. Quit screwing around.
I've got this. Don't stop now.
Let me teach him a lesson. Finish him off. Super threat.
See ya.
I see these Cetran stuff, and it's like, well, I mean, I would want to give it to Aerith, but they're terrible. Defense plus 14, minus 17 on magic defense, though. See, plus 5, minus 26. This is at least plus, but yeah, those are terrible. I don't think any of this is good for her. 526, 14, 17. Nope. Yeah, not even close. Okay. At least Yuffie got a little bit of what she needed. Yeah, I need to use Bodyguard immediately, so that way I can get Aerith. I can get Aerith going.
On you.
I'll take care of him. Don't worry, you've got this. You're in good hands now. You're going down. All right.
Time to assess.
Allow me.
Fire.
Here we go. Keep it together.
Here I go.
Need to switch. Fire ninjutsu. Ooh, that one hit. Doppelganger.
This calls for more Yuki. Just eat. How you like this? Gotcha. Get lost. Do me proud.
My turn. Great, take the lead.
So it's my turn? This one's for you! One more shot!
So let's give temporary freezes enemy who strikes me. And let's give things automatic cast twice.
Your turn. You're in good hands now. Wait,
Oh, I shouldn't have attacked them. Yeah, wrong time.
all right.
I got this. Deal with that.
Here goes. Get him. And
Right into it.
Come on.
Wow, he really does not stop that shit, huh? And the only ones I have for all allies are that. Yeah, come on. Get Yuffie up.
seriously?
Yeah.
Give me a break. Just great. I'm unstoppable. With the power up, don't let me down.
Let's do this. Take the lead.
I'm coming. I think we're almost done.
Let's just cure him.
Keep up the pressure.
And let's synergy with Cloud.
Cloud. Right, my turn. One more shot. It's your turn now. Nice one. Keep it up. Get down.
This is going to be a...
Get lost. How you like this? Just
Does anybody have Ifrit?
My turn.
I think you have Ramu. Yeah.
It's on you.
all right. So it's my turn.
Shiva. Oh well. Let's go Titan.
This'll blow your mind. Can you take over for me? Won't regret this. Good to go? You've got this.
Take it over.
This one's for you.
So long. Deal with that.
I'm coming. This one's for you.
Try to get out of the way in time. Fire. Heat wave.
Why don't you lead the way? You insist. Come on. How you like this? At least put up a fight. Abra, do me proud.
Don't overdo it.
I'll take care of him. How you like that, dude? We'll make it quick. I won't let you down. Come on, team.
Leave it to me. Finish it.
I'll take care of this. Keep up the pressure, okay?
Gotcha. Don't stop
Come
now.
on, team. You take the right. Screw it
Keep it
around
up.
and fight it on. Here I come. How you like this?
No.
Apparently he was necessary. So the way they're playing it off in this game, though, is the more unfeeling he becomes, the more he plays into the fact that he's Sephiroth's puppet. So we've kind of got that element now going for him, yeah? Where the more he shoves his feelings away, the closer he is to believing he's a Sephiroth puppet, a Sephiroth clone. Psychopathy. It is banished to the ends of society for a reason.
Gramps would kill to see this.
Battle. It's loveless, yeah?
You who walk in the footsteps of we who dwell in eternity. Listen well, for dusk is falling on the age of our people, the Cetra. And in the long night to come, others shall rise to claim stewardship of this planet. Others who pay no heed to history.
Ham. Those who pay no heed of history. There are 5 pillars here to bring up the tabernacle. And there were the 5 trials. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Though in time we triumphed over the calamity visited upon us by the stars, tragedy would nevertheless be our ultimate reward.
So they too fought a calamity. Looks like there was a war, though, between the Cetra and Man. I mean, it looks like there were discussions, peace discussions, and then the battle. What is this calamity that visited upon them, though?
For the children of man feared us.
Uh-huh.
For the children of man envied us. Perhaps their enmity was seeded by our celestial adversary.
Oh, interesting.
None can say. Regardless, we have been forsaken by fate, abandoned to unquenchable anger and unbearable
Envy, greed, fear. Visited from the stars, huh?
Take the lead.
Here goes. That's it. What's that percentage? Here it comes. Whoa! Hey!
No, I want... Still don't know these buttons. Like, I legitimately am trying to lock on to him, but it won't let me.
Now's our chance.
Let me teach him a lesson. You can do it. You're in good hands now, okay? How do you like this? All right.
Let's do this. Deal with that.
I'll show you what I can do. Here it comes. Gotta go for it now. It's your turn now. Served up on a silver platter. This calls for a slight quick screwing around.
Watch this. Don't stop now.
Finish him off. You picked the right girl. One more shot. Run like...
Leave it to me.
Don't have too much fun.
So they didn't have to learn greed, envy, fear?
A wound marred the northern lands. And to mend it did many venture forth, only to meet with disaster. A deceiver that stole the faces of the dead, of mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers lost.
A deceiver who pretended to be people of the past, memories of the past, loved ones.
Did it sow the seeds of discord among our people, among the children of man?
Yeah, that would do it.
For the planet, did we lay down our lives in battle?
And you all fought together.
Turned to our embrace. Yet our adversary did not. Could. Thus did it fall into a deep slumber. And in the long silence of its sleep, it was given the name Genova. Heed well our warning of that which is to come. The reunion. When our adversaries scattered malignancy shall converge to plague the planet once more.
Holy crap.
It's on you.
You're tagging out. Here I go. You're going down.
Wrong one, damn it.
Taking over. Don't overdo it.
I'll show you what I can do.
Hard to set up anywhere.
You won't regret this. Run like a chocobo. You better make
Gotcha.
Run.
So long.
Fire.
you. Burn.
So it's my turn? That'll do!
Come on.
Get him! You've got this. Here I go! No need to gotcha! Gotcha! Just...
Yeah, fire and engine.
Turn up the grill! Gotcha! Just gotcha! How you like this? Don't let me down! You can do it!
I got this. Don't overdo it.
Here goes! Too much? You've got this. If you insist. Just a little too hard. How about you show it?
Hang back.
Oh, shoot.
I'm coming. One more. Listen to me. It's your turn. You're in good hands now. How you like this? With the power of your weapon down.
Taking over. You're mine. Now's our chance.
Right,
Any
right.
last words?
Come on, team. Served up on a silver platter. One's for you. Gotcha. Here we come.
I've got this. Don't stop now.
Let me teach you a lesson. Here I go. You've got this.
My turn.
I'll take care of you.
Don't overdo it.
I'll take care of them. Come on, I dare you. That'll do. And catch. Try using it. That's it. This one's for you. It's your turn. If you insist. One more. With the power of his providence. Can you take over
Let's
for me?
do this.
Fine. I'm okay. Gotta dig
Brace
deep
yourself. Deal with that.
I'm coming. That's it. This one's for you. Got it. You can do it. I'm your one-stop progress shop. Find it. Run like a choke. You totally got
Gotcha.
this. Gotcha.
Finish it.
I can help too. Keep up the pressure. Come on. Run like a... I can't do all
Taking
the
over.
heavy lifting. That'll do.
Brace yourself. So long.
This one's for you.
It's on you.
I'll take care of him. So long.
That was not easy. Really focused there. Okay, those are all ones I destroyed, right? Gotta imagine. Yeah. Alright.
It has ever been our sacred duty to protect our planet against any who would threaten it.
Even the Gi.
For one such threat. The Gi, who with bitter prayer forged the black materia.
So the Gi and the humans were involved in fighting the Cetra. Except the humans don't really remember it, but the Gi probably does.
That we knew at once it must be hidden, that none might ever wield its terrible power. The black materia shall summon the destroyer of worlds. The meteor shall fall, sundering the skies and shattering the earth. All life shall perish.
Yet I shall remain. I, son of Genova, will at last claim my birthright. My dominion shall reach into infinity. It shall encompass worlds unbound by fate, and histories unwritten.
What do you mean?
My fragmented mother. These errant worlds, all shall be one again.
The reunion.
All made whole, forever.
There's no such thing as forever.
Ah. But there will be.
No. You're wrong.
Your day of reckoning is here. Yet, you need not be afraid. This is but a homecoming.
Get back here, damn it!
Here we go. A demon gate, that's funny.
I'll show you what I can do. Go on! Ha! Here it comes! Can you take over for me? We'll regret this! I think it's trying to crush us again. Oh, give me a break!
I got your number.
Nothing.
Brace yourself.
You okay? That'll do! You can do it! If you insist. Good to go? Here goes! You won't regret this! With the power, how can show us what you got? Tagging out. You're in good hands now. Ta-da!
You're in good hands now. Run like you're proud. Here I go.
Lend me your
Don't let me
strength.
down.
I'll show you what I can do. Can you take over for
You
me?
won't regret this.
Let the winds caress
You're
you.
gonna get what's coming to you, if you know.
I'll just wait. I'll just wait for my chance.
So it's my turn? Why don't you lead the way?
Here I go. No way.
I'll show you what I can do. You can do it.
You won't regret it. One for you.
Here goes. Come on. Tagging out.
Here I go.
Try using it.
Run like a chocobo. How about you show us what you got?
Beautiful.
That's it.
You've got this.
I'm your one-stop clobbering shop. Good to go? You're gonna get what's coming to you.
Damn, so close.
Ready to mess them
Hey,
up good?
you ready?
Ready for it? Back down. One more shot.
So long.
Let me get you my lesson. Finish him off.
Let's go to town on her. Get him. Here he comes.
Can you take over for
Here I
me?
go.
I'm okay. I'll take care of them. You can do it.
I'm your one-stop clobbering. Run
Just a
like
little
chocobo.
more.
Do me proud.
Tagging out. So it's my
Still alive. No homecoming for us today.
As if we were ever gonna lose, we're unstoppable.
Be careful what you wish for, Guy, right? You wanted to stop your existence at the expense of everyone else.
Let me through.
Well, he did it. The Black Altar.
What? What's happening?
Now where in the hell is he off to?
It's like, did you all not listen to the tale? Like, that's gonna bring the calamity, so we hid it away and touch nothing but the lamp. Like, we were telling all of y'all about the black materia and what it's gonna do, and you grabbed it anyway.
Hey, watch it!
Sorry about that!
Come on.
So, Sephiroth being a figment of just Cloud's imagination, I think that has been disproven already. Sung's was like reamed through with Sephiroth's blade.
How come everything started shaking?
Let those who seek our star's demise find herein their rest. If the black materia is removed,
The whole place
comes down. You're kidding, right? Please tell me that you're kidding!
Calm down. We just have to return it to the altar.
Let go. You first, kid.
It's too late! We can't stop it now. Besides, there's no point fighting over a fake.
A fake.
No, you're trying to fool me.
Damn it. Think we're screwed.
I'm back! Just in the nick of time!
Didn't ask for you.
Double crossing.
Hold that thought! Run! Well, there's still time! Leave the heavy lifting to me!
For real?
But what about you?
No need to fret about a bot like me! I wasn't even built to last! I wish I hadn't skipped leg day!
Skip leg day.
Can't hold out for long! So run! As if your lives depended on it!
Come. I have secured us an exit.
Come on. We gotta move.
Hey, Cat. Appreciate it.
Off with you!
Thank you.
He's a bot. There are other robots.
Still with us?
Yeah. I'm good.
Let's go.
Oh, we're Aerith.
Crap, 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 crap!
Shut up and run!
I felt terrible about the way we treated Kate said.
Oh no, he deserved that.
Can't take it back, though.
I will undo the order, and all will come crashing down. I was gonna try to hit those.
Thanks, Kate. You're welcome. Don't stop running. Please don't stop.
Almost there!
Don't look back! It was a good run. While it lasted. You did what you could. The rest is up to them.
And does this become like Sephiroth's home place or something like that? Whoa. Looks like it.
Now that's not a sight you see every day, eh?
But you,
Like I said, bot.
If I popped my clogs, they'd be sobbing in the streets at the saucer. This beautiful body's but one of many.
Welcome back.
All right, knock it off, you.
So, y'all get what you were after?
Read the room, dude. Like, come on.
Hey, what's gotten into you? Didn't you hear what Aerith said?
That's mine.
Fine, fetch.
What?
Sephiroth.
Mm-hmm. Huh? Well, it wasn't Cloud that gave it to him.
This is the key, which grants access to the true counterpart hidden between worlds.
Give it back!
Whoa!
At last, the time has come.
And they're back.
The black materia.
What in the world is going on?
Could it be? Has it finally begun?
We're losing altitude, sir! And fast! Get us clear!
So why should you say it was a fake then? Again, it's like not being clear with your words. Maybe Barrett wouldn't have thrown it if she didn't say that. Yeah, the Whisperers are back.
No. Sephiroth.
I'm waiting.
Here we go. I look back at my people. I can't look back at my people. I can keep them stuck in here forever like that, just touching the side. Alright, let them go. That's the black materia. It's like the ring.
Rise, Cloud. Bring it to me.
And he would like rock it off, right?
Please.
Cloud! Snap out of it!
Yes, Cloud. Snap out of it.
Yeah. Guess what? It means something different when it comes from Sephiroth, right? I've said this before. The intentions matter. Both the same exact words, two different meanings. What are you gonna do, Cloud?
I can't let you have this.
And they're getting in the way of fate.
If she won't give it to us, we must take it.
Cloud! Stop!
Getting in the way. How far can I let her get?
Aerith! Let's talk. I need it.
He needs the precious. At least in this one, though, the black materia is legitimately, like, gonna bring a comet down to destroy the world, you know? With Lord of the Rings, it was kind of ambiguous what will happen. I mean, Sauron did start off with the ring, and it was cut off by... his hand was cut off. His fingers were cut off and the ring was released by Isildur.
Give it to me. Please.
I'm stuck. So I can get him to stop. No. Interesting. There. Think. There.
You can trust me.
I know you can't. Let's save the planet together. Like Anakin, right?
The orb. Aerith.
Whatever happens, I'm here for you.
Thank you. Aerith!
Almost there.
Song is in grave condition. Perhaps I could help.
No. The medical team will see to him. I think you have enough material. Tell me, Professor, how would you explain the phenomena we witnessed at the temple?
Good question.
It would be premature to draw any scientific conclusions. But one thing is abundantly clear. We at Shinra could stand to dream far bigger.
I would have to agree.
To the right,
Back to
Shinra
Zack,
HQ, where Hojo should be, along with a cure for Cloud. To the left, Reactor 6, which will get blown up along with Biggs unless I stop him.
Oof, man, that's bright.
His hair was long. And gray.
Of all the people. Sorry, one more question. Does Aerith... does she have feelings for Cloud?
Yeah, she likes him.
She does, huh? Can't say I saw that coming.
'Cause you weren't there.
Because you weren't there.
Hang in there, Cloud. I got you.
Amazing character. Zack.
Hello? I know you're in there. Time's a wasting, Cloud, and it's not like we have much left. Up and at him, soldier!
Oh, interesting.
What is this? Are we?
We could call it a homecoming. Or homeward bound, maybe? Let's just call it a dream.
They fell together.
My dream, to be precise.
What the hell are you?
Just play along for a bit, okay?
Wow. It's like we went to the other universe, you know? Can I open this door? Nope. I see that.
Let's take a walk, okay?
Or it is a dream, not
One
that.
thing. You
Or
have to
not that
promise
world.
not to look up.
Don't look up.
Because I'm pretty sure you won't like what you see.
You know I'm gonna have to look now, right?
Right. There I go, putting my foot in my mouth. When will I ever learn?
And the first thing he's gonna do.
Hey, let's check it out. Come on. Ta-da! Can I have one? Can I? Please?
Which one do you want?
Whichever one you pick.
Why are you acting so weird?
Said play along.
Well, you are. This isn't you.
If you ask me, I'd probably say, this piece?
No.
I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna let him choose.
Everything is free. But remember, it's one per person.
This is it. After much cajoling, Cloud is about to give his very first gift to Aerith. Only question is, which one will he choose?
Pink hair clip, gold bracelet, stamp figurine. I have to go for the pink hair clip for her. Gold bracelet's really nice too, though. Yeah.
That one.
Ah, I'm so sorry. I meant everything but that one. Tell you what, I've got something else I think you'll love. Come on, man.
You know, that's actually pretty neat. Perfect, even.
I wonder if it didn't matter.
I'll miss these moments. Thank you both.
Now, where to next?
I'll miss these moments.
That way. Come on.
They end the live stream. The collective unconscious. They lost the black materia, so this is all gonna end. Cosmo Candy.
It's your lucky day, you two. Feel free to take whatever you'd like. Oh, but only one per person.
Then we better choose wisely.
Another choice. Okay. I'm gonna take one of the stamps.
I'll take one of those.
Then I'll have one of those.
All right. Though these aren't the only treats I've got, you know. How about my latest creation?
Really? Let's try it.
Sure.
Go on, enjoy.
It's almost like it doesn't matter what they choose, huh? Blah.
Figured I'd pull out all the stops for my last hurrah. Guess I pulled out one too many.
No, it just needs a little sugar, maybe.
Yeah, and take out whatever's making my tongue tingle.
It sounds to me like I need to start over. If only we all had more time, am I right?
Pretty sure I only asked to meet with Professor Hojo. Not a whole platoon. Whatever. The world's about to end anyway. Got nothing to lose, and everything to gain. Coming through, boys!
Wow.
So this is where you've been hiding, in a world that has accepted its fate.
Hey, what's that?
Let's go see.
Just as you must.
Sorry, folks. I've only got one shot left.
We were next.
We've been waiting for ages.
We don't have any photos together.
We don't have any either.
Okay, how about you all pose? Cutest looking couple gets their photo taken.
That's a good one.
Okay, you two. Smile real big for the camera now.
on, Biggs. I'm coming.
Wait. No, I thought he went the other way to go help Cloud.
What gives? Reactor busted?
Seems it's all out of Mako. Pump's still sucking away, but the only thing it's pulling up is dirt.
Meaning?
That the life stream's bone dry. Bomb one reactor, bomb them all. Planet's done either way. And so are we.
Run! That it?
Bomb barely made it through testing. Figures it'd fail for real. What am I still doing here? Why did I have to survive? Look at me. I'm useless. Can't even make a damn bomb.
You're not useless.
For a moment there, I thought my life might have some meaning, but...
Meaning is the key.
It doesn't mean shit.
Well, that's where you're wrong. Wanna know why? 'Cause you mean a lot to a lot of people. So come on, man.
Thanks, but... why are you here?
Yeah, about that.
Never mind. I know. Kinda obvious now I think about it. World may be ending and all, but a bombing's still a bombing.
That's part of it too. But mostly, I was worried about you.
That bleeding heart. It'll get you killed.
I don't know. I wanted to take action. Take charge. Take control. To know that I had a choice. That this path, this world was one I chose. I wanted to take back my life.
Whoa.
Biggs? Buddy? No. No.
What's
Biggs,
the one you
get up!
chose?
End of the road, huh? Fate's got one twisted sense of humor. And I'm always the punchline. But I'm sick of taking its shit! This is my life. I make the rules. See you never!
Later. Bye. Come on, let's go. Hey, why'd you pass on us?
Well, for starters, you don't look like you're on a date. More like at a funeral.
Well, I don't think that's true at all.
Just have fun while you can, huh? See ya.
Now then, where shall we go to next?
Before that, talk to me. What's going on with this place? With you? And please don't play dumb.
All right. I'll tell you when we get to our spot, okay?
Where's that?
You really have to ask? It's one of my most favorite places. Can I make it any more obvious?
Cloud. Biggs. Aerith. How the hell am I supposed to choose? Sephiroth! Hey! You want a piece of me?
No, not you.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. It's like
It was all you, wasn't it, Sephiroth?
messing with the timeline. Very well could be. But Zack is like the antithesis to that.
Well, it isn't over yet.
He's gonna fight his fate, dying on that field, now bringing Cloud back. Zack is the wild card here. Zack is the one that could change the fate.
I'll find a way.
He always wanted to be a hero.
You'll see.
Yup. His whole thing is he always wanted to be a hero. And he may be the one to find a way here. She said this is one of her favorite places. Yup. And now Sephiroth is waiting here.
This is it, right? Our spot?
Bingo.
That was easy.
I told you it was obvious.
Well, you'll have to give me a harder one next time.
Oh? Next time?
Yeah, next time.
At least I know now. Where you and I stand, I mean. Thing is, Cloud, I really like you. But then, like can mean a lot of different things, can't it? Because there's liking, and then there's liking.
Seriously, what's going on? You've been weird all day.
I'm sorry. Whatever happens, don't blame yourself. Cloud. Thank you. Sorry. I'll be okay. Here. Take it.
But your mom gave that to you.
This isn't about me, though. It's about saving the world. And you. So thank you, Cloud, for everything.
What is this?
It's been fun.
Aaron!
Heavy. Oh man, so much as far as like what everybody is carrying into the fray. So much in there with like the calamity is what brought like the evil sensations and the evil desires. So that's really fascinating. But one of the things I really enjoyed the most was that there's a multiple universe theory. And nowadays, people are trying to use the multiple universes theory to accommodate for the mathematical the mathematical equation of our existence being so unlikely that there must be a creator. Like, the mathematics of our position away from the sun and how fine-tuned everything is for our existence seems to demonstrate a creator that is behind our creation. Much like Paley's watch, when you find a watch on a beach, it's so intricate in its design that there must be a creator. There's no way that watch came about through natural order, or chaotic recombinations. So a lot of arguments nowadays try to rely on a multiple universe theory, in that we're kind of just the lucky universe. However, there's people like William Lane Craig that'll argue that still does not demonstrate that a personal creator was at the beginning of creation. There would be a unifying principle, a unifying being that's still responsible for all of the universes, and that's exactly what they were playing with here. You have multiple universes, as Sephiroth was showing, but one thing that unifies them all is when they perish, they all come back to the center. They all come back to the life stream itself, So that's just phenomenal. So then it makes you wonder if the black materia is the thing that's capable of wiping out all the universes, Then truly the Gi created something extremely destructive, But anyway, thank you so much for everyone who joined in, that followed me along so far. Looks like there's going to be an episode 22. I don't know how long that's going to take right there to finish. I don't even know how close we are. I mean, obviously we're close, but I thought this would have ended like the last episode, and it didn't. Happily so, though. So thank you all, and as usual, take some time with the classics, because they will awaken the hidden dragon within all of you. I will see you next time.